buy them a sandwich instead of giving them money. They are not interested sometimes. Oh, I want to answer a question for Jeff, if I may. You ask the question from time to time, when we give our tithe, is it gross or is it net? Well, thanks to Heidegger, by the way, I have an answer for you. We never get gross, right? We never get gross. Now, this is philosophical terminology, but when we make our income, it is always already depleted, right? Because as soon as we say, I make, $10,000, the government has already claimed a chunk of that, right? So you don't make $10,000, right? I had to throw that in there. I thought that was kind of funny. And we already have that house payment and groceries and all that. And when we take out all of our expenses and all of our taxes, we're not left with gross. Wouldn't it be nice if we were left with gross? That'd be awesome. But that leads us to, there's another value that sometimes is very highly touted by a few people in our society, and that's thrift. Even Ebenezer Scrooge loves a good value, don't you think? G.K. Chesterton, who's a great thinker and writer from 100 years ago, said that misers get up early in the morning, and burglars, I am informed, get up the night before. The paradox of the miser is that he makes an excess of moderation itself. The miser invests moderation itself with desire. The idea of not spending money, the idea of not rewarding myself is itself a reward. So if the problem with most consumers today is that spending money makes them feel good, isn't hoarding money also an expression of a self-serving economic excess? So we have all kinds of values that are held and practiced in our culture today. But what am I getting at here? What is the appeal of this message, and what is the appeal of the Catch the Vision campaign? We began this message with what I refer to as the Gladson Revised Standard Version of Matthew 6:25 through 32. You notice it's a text about anxiety. The sort of anxiety that for a lot of people in our culture today revolves around money. How am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to take care of this need? How am I going to take care of that need? And Jerry adapted it nicely to our stewardship drive. And I've been thinking about what would the Edmondson Revised Standard Version of this passage look like? How can I adapt this to my own circumstances? Jesus tells me not to be anxious, but to be honest, I am anxious. My eggs are in 2 baskets. And I always wonder, can I put all of my eggs in one basket? Will the day come when all of my eggs can be in one basket? Or will they always be in 2 baskets? I actually don't know which I desire more, but I can tell you that there are times when this is a source of anxiety. Another source of anxiety, which is a positive source of anxiety, but if you've been there, you know what I'm going to say. You're going to know what I feel. Ann and I, in October, are going to be grandparents for the first time, right? Thank you. Thank you. So Renee is pregnant, and I assume morning sickness has kept her from coming this morning. I said Renee, didn't I? I didn't say Ann was pregnant. That would be terrible. But anyway, sorry about that. But that, that creates anxiety. I think it shouldn't. I keep telling myself, what is your problem? Why does it make me feel old? I'm only 45, and I'm too young to be a grandparent. But at the same time, I do look forward to it. But what does that do to you? Am I crazy, or does anybody relate to that? The first time you learn you're going to be a grandparent, does it do something to you? It does it? It does, doesn't it? It does. It affects you. The other son is a junior in high school, and he's got another year of high school, and then it's college. Excuse me. Anxiety, concern, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We can go on. But of course, you have your list as well. Job concerns, family concerns, all kinds of concerns, and collectively our concern is for the well-being and future of this church.